Only the mic is working right over there. You just turn it on.
So मेरे ख्याल में the second Shabad where again music again start हो रहा है. getting the neighbors thing from also. Showing along here. So it's finding some screen, it's finding that one, not the other ones. Not the same on both.
Desktop,
Not really, right one, nothing.
We try list of booking the computer or rebooting that. Not on computer. I'm not seeing this one. It's not even what's on the screen, it's getting something on the computer, but it's not getting on the screen.
oh, was it that, or your desktop was probably
Yeah, okay, it's showing up. With the resolution, it's a 2 different resolution.
yeah.
Okay, you want to go around to the lobby?
Yeah.
Resolution is
Exactly.
getting
That's
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. And then right click,
Any resolution on the one
go to screen. Yeah. So see, display is mobile 1 PC. So you change that. Drop down. And yeah. But you do want multiple.
No, the system will automatically do multiple.
Yeah. Apply.
Okay.
Keep changes.
Okay.
Resolution
Try
like
to do
it,
multiple
yeah.
displays. Okay, looks like we might have solved it. Okay. Fine. Okay, so we'll start with the sugar. I don't know if you still have that one or not. This Shabad is all about the experience of the deep love for God, intense love, and some kind of pain that comes with that intensity. Love is so intense that there's a pain associated with it. Asa Diwalish bhi aanda hai, Anyale, Anyar, Ramra, lucky line, glorious line. But it's like an arrow hitting your in your heart is that love is so deep and intense. So Mere man prem labo hai, this is the arrow of God's love that's piercing my heart. हर दर्शन को मेरा मन बहुत उत्तेजित दिखा अपन को उम्मीद. I desperately always want to feel. Once one has felt that experience of vibration, then when you are involved in other things, then you want to get back into it. You have that great desire for that experience, for that joy experience. It's like somebody who's thirsty, longing for water. It becomes that kind of a thirst. So he's describing that intense love in the experience. For darshan ko mera man bahut tapte, for that darshan, for that experience, that vision, that glimpse you get at that time. I long for that, to have that darshan again. Hamari bedam har tab jaane mere man antar ki need. I think that's the next one. Here is also expressing how his love for the people the one who brings him close to God. This love, this theme you see in Gurbani everywhere, this love or respect for the Guru, the Sant, the Sadhu, even for the Gursikh who bring them the message of the Guru of Satsangat and Jnana. So you love God often through the Guru, because you can't see him yourself. But you develop a love for the Guru, and the Guru loves God, and indirectly you're experiencing it through him also. So there's some of that over here. He's saying, the one who tells me about God, he's my good friend, he's my brother, he's my friend, so bhai, so mera bhi. I have to think koi baat suna, whoever can bring me that message, I appreciate and love that person also. For the soul, so I can experience it.
So in this Shabad, Guru Ramdas Ji is addressing the true Guru as Guru Nanak. Is he addressing that through my Guru? So is he addressing to Guru Nanak, pointing to Guru Nanak in a way?
Yeah, Guru is a broad word. It means everything from my root to Guru Nanak to Guru Vani. Guru is actually God himself sending his message, which he sends in different ways. That's why we call God also Guru, my Guru. So that word comes to us through either somebody like Guru Nanak Dev Ji, or for Guru Amardas, for Guru Ramdas to be Guru Amardas, to be Guru Nanak. But it could also be a direct inspiration coming from God also. But he's kind of telling us about the Guru. He's putting himself also in the position of the Sikhs that he's talking about. Which is telling them to see, giving an example also. So Guru, the word Guru means from darkness to light, Guru. So the source of enlightenment, which is really God himself revealing himself. That is ultimately what Guru is.
See, I'm referring to the line, praise is by God and then follow the true Guru. So there are two words there. praising the God and follow the accompanying advice of two gurus. So I'm just saying that who is this in between, us and the God, the true guru, who is they referring to? I'm just learning.
Yeah, it's any one of these.
Okay.
For us, it's Gurbani.
Okay. That's
It's the Guru coming to us through Gurbani. It can be Guru Nanak Dev Ji, it can be Guru Ramdas Ji.
Got it.
It can even be Kabir or Ramanand. We are all Guru because it's God is coming to us through the Guru himself. So it is Guru in any case.
Okay.
Okay, no?
Got it.
So Guru is more a concept than a specific person. But a specific person is a channel.
Even teaching is a
Nanak
guru.
Dev Ji
Even
is the
teaching
channel.
a Gurbani itself is a guru.
That's
yeah.
my perception.
Yeah.
Anyway. Guru is Anju.
I understand like this in a bigger
It's a very good
concept.
question. That's all. It's a very good question. It's good to get everybody.
Yeah, ultimate, the God, Vaheguru, Vishal, Vaheguru is Anand Prem है. वो सारे में क्या करना वो अपने नाल सबको मिलाना चाहते हैं. So उन्होंने he has वसीले बनाया हुए हैं. Somehow he is sending different times different people, guru. माने कि उन्हां विच खुद उन्हां दी जोत वस रही है. जो
God
भी ने
basically
कृष्ण होए ने
manifests.
राम होए ने कृष्ण उन्हां दे अपने टाइम ते ਉਹ ठीक ਸੀ. ਸਾਡੇ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਇਸ ਕਲਯੁਗ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਸੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਖਾਲੀ ਕਹਿ ਦਈਏ ਹੀ ਇਜ਼ ਸ਼ਰੀਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਗਿਆਨੀ ਉਸਨੇ ਹੀ ਇਜ਼ ਟਾਕਿੰਗ what is coming from Vishal Vaheguru. So at one point you can say Vaheguru, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, they are same.
Okay.
So God is giving message through a body which has soul in it.
Manifestation in a way.
It's God's message.
God's message कि ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਆਓ ਕਿਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ तो वो आके मैंने कि साढ़े ते कितने ऐसे कई जन्मां तो कितनी मैल लगी हुई है तो all of a sudden he cannot do it so he slowly is giving the pyar the message there and so this is indirect way we are getting the message.
And in Gurbani, it's the word wish is used sometimes. It's like the in between, like an agent or a
Yeah.
representative. Somebody is doing that. But
Medium. through which-
Yeah, mediating. In Guru Nanak's Bani also you see the word Guru many times. So who's he talking to about?
So
In
Guru,
some place he says Shabad Guru Guru Chela. For him it was the word that's coming into his heart from God. But he still uses the word Sadguru and Guru in many places in similar ways also. Which you expressed it very nicely. Why do aap hai Guru? And he wants to us all to get that message, and he finds different ways of doing it.
and
For some people who are already at a certain stage, it's internal, they can get it directly. But for most of us, we need somebody through whom we can get it.
Right. Got it.
and I wanted, I don't know, I just wanted to express, I will get time or not. This Pritam Pati the बारे से कहना ना, so I asked this question to Maskeen ji one time.
Acha.
And why, because of whatever experience I have gone through the life and stuff, I said, क्यों पति परमेश्वर कहते हैं? मैंने अपने husband नो परमेश्वर क्यों ना? I don't know. This was started ancient time. पति means पत रखने वाला, जड़ी इज्जत करता है. परमेश्वर पति होंदा सी. So Parmeshwar is pati of everybody.
Big scheme.
Parmeshwar pati, and then in man-dominated society, लोगों ने इसनो पति परमेश्वर करता. So that's why Pritam means Vaheguru pati sada. That's why soul पत रखने वाला sada. So we change पति वाला मतलब husband सारा husband हो गया सी स्त्री तो कई बारी होता है ना मैंने there on that time सारी soul पत्नी है और वो but real पति means पत रखने वाला तो वो we are indicating to God.
Simplify.
Why?
Simplify.
पत means इज्जत. तो पति means की जड़े इज्जत रखने वाला.
But see, Guruji has corrected that by saying we are all of us are sakhis of God.
Sakhi,
We are all his wives. It's not that men and women are different and men are only the patis and the women are the.
Yeah.
In that respect, he says, we are all sakhis. He uses feminine gender for himself. Guru uses all.
Yeah.
So he's saying, he's not. There's nothing wrong with being a woman. They're all beautiful and they're all God's women. They're all God's wives. He's
वो सब्जी पात्र रख रहे
रख
हैं।
रहे हैं, सभी पर रखने वाला एक को है वाहिगुरु।
Nirmal Sakhi, come on, my Sakhi is my
संगत।
because women all used to get together and sing songs of joy, right? And it's beautiful the way they do it. Like he says, let's all do the same thing. Let's all be like Sahelis. We should all. That's what Sangat should be like. All the six should be like Sahelis, and let's all sing songs of joy and of love of God, of the love, common beloved husband. And next line again. So bhais, le sadgur ki mat dhi. So Nirmal Sakhi. So all of us are Sakhis of God. Let's get together and sing the praises of our beloved, our Pati Sadhaya Rahega Prabhu, Le Sadgur Ki Mat Dheer. And by following the Guru's teachings, and that will give us the comfort and the advice, and let's follow that, and let's all enjoy these songs of joy of singing the glory of our husband together in our Sangha.
One other question. The word Jan, does Jan mean servant or ordinary? Jan means just ordinary. I'm the ordinary person, or is it
Jan
just
is
servant?
not using the word from the servant, but it's in the sense of a devotee, of a lover of God, who's serving God, who's loving God. It's a positive thing, not a negative thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Servant sounds negative, but this means a loving devotee, a humble loving devotee of God is Jan.
Jan.
Who knows about him very closer?
उर्दू विच बंदा वर्ड यूज करते हैं रब दा बंदा बंदगी आंदा ना तो worship of God is बंदगी या harijan, right? So these are all words about for somebody who loves God, who's worshiping Him, devoted to Him, but they're using the terminology of the servant to express the humbleness and relationship with the master.
People use this word like Jan Janardhan. Jan Janardhan, that's the regular
That's
ordinary
a
folks.
different meaning of Jan. They're
Jan.
related, but it's a different meaning. Jan of Janta is one word, but Jan of a servant is the other word, harijan.
Okay.
So this is more like one, that flavor. So we started with this great desire. मेरा मन बहुत तपते है, दिखावंत बंदी, प्यास लगी हुई मिलेंगे. Have this great thirst for your name, and the end he's saying, so give me this fulfillment, give me that darshan, let me please fulfill that desire. That ask puja wo har darshan saans sari, so that I have your darshan, I have feel your presence in me, that light, divine light, and I have that joy, that presence, and get peace and tranquility from that shansari, and my whole being be cool and put at peace.
So darshan also means remove this pain of separation, separated from the super soul. This darshan means that when you say darshan chahiye, then anyway you want to be linked or joined again and remove the pain of separation.
Well, the word comes from darshan is taras karna, to experience, to be with. This is a darshan kari dene. But darshan is more than vision. They translate it as vision, but it's more than that. It's being with somebody and experiencing their presence and being influenced by them. You say, "Kisa darshan karo." you get impacted by it. So that's part of that idea of darshan. You have the experience in the presence. You feel that being in the presence. Darshan on the experience karna. Something like that. How would you express? Any other thoughts on when you translate darshan? So that's that Shabad. We move on to another one.
खुद बिन खरी निमानी मिल मेरे प्रीत बाजियो खुद बिन खरी निमानी
Again, God is Preetham. This again a prayer or longing coming deep in that darshan. The translation here, dishonored is not a very good translation. Khari means very much completely khara. Here, not. I sometimes see people think that khari na khadi hoke karna. It is khari here means thoroughly. And Nimani is, I'm so humble compared to you, I'm asking you in all humility. It's that sense, not that I'm being dishonored. My honor only comes from you. Without you, I'm nothing. That's kind of what she's saying, I think.
Did you translate Nimani?
I'm saying in a few words, I'm saying all I am comes from you. Without you, I'm nothing. That kind of sense, something like that.
Anything I have in myself, any gun या जो भी है मेरे को अच्छा ही है. It's all because of you. Nothing. I'm nothing without you.
That's kind of the sense of that.
Basically humble.
मैं नैनी नीर नया दीनो आवे अन्न ना पानी मैं नैनी नीर नया दीनो आवे अन्न ना पानी.
Somebody like to explain this line? This means I'm
Basically, it's
kind of
saying-
lost without you. Nothing gives me satisfaction if I'm not close to you. And everything that people might think gives you pleasure doesn't really give me that much pleasure. Pleasure is also superficial.
Basically, you don't enjoy anything in life without him being in your heart.
Need here refers to peace. Usually in Gurbani, other places, need is kind of a negative thing of being ignorant or not being awake. There are two meanings. It's used in two ways frequently. And this is in the sense of not being at peace. So need is a positive thing here. And you're saying, without you, I don't get need. Without you, I'm not at peace. So it's in that sense over here. Need is peace over here. Elsewhere it is being ignorant and not being awake. Jagging high. There's my song. So you see it both ways. But the same words can be used for very different images or different examples depending on the context. is basically the first two lines are praying to God to give that darshan again. It's a song of love again. Dear mere Preetma, my beloved, give me that experience. Without you, I'm nothing. And until I meet you, nothing in life is giving me satisfaction. See, we chase after so many things we think will make us happy. We think more money will make us happy. When we're young, you think you find a nice person of the other sex, that will be the biggest thing to give you happiness. Or you think when you have a big job and a big title, you'll be happy. You go after all these things. And he says, without you, none of them really give me satisfaction. I get all that and I'm still not fulfilled. Right?
See, I'm going back again to Guru Darshan. So you're asking God, is it that give me wisdom, give me the true meaning of of life? I mean, when you say darshan, you're seeking wisdom. You're ignorant. What does really darshan mean?
It's a state and an experience. When you feel one with God, you feel His presence. You feel more uplifted. And other things that you thought were important, you realize they don't mean anything. And you feel more complete, more full of joy, and the universe. That is the experience that's at stake. Darshan is the process of experiencing that. So darshan may be transient, but there's a continuous state you get to eventually, right? And you always have darshan.
So you seek for God's attributes, which is love, peace. Those are the attributes. So through darshan, you acquire those attributes, which give you inner peace.
That's part of it. Yes.
Yeah, I think so. So that your personality is completely changed, that you are calm.
Your
things
desires,
like
your
anger
desires go away.
Anxiety is, yeah.
The anxiety goes away, you feel more at peace. Some of the things that you are subjected to, you become more tranquil.
Right.
More over things that used to bother you less, and your inner core of strength becomes more stable. All these things happen. It's a transformational process through divine, through all this.
It's they use the word in like Anand,
Anand,
ultimate is
Saj.
No, Anand, ultimate is Anand. Anand and God is same. It's opposite. It's what you call it? Anand. Anand is God. God is Anand.
God.
So what we have in we can compare to that to our worldly things. The only thing is the worldly things are temporary Anand.
Transient.
And that transient Anand. And they are that's
Permanent.
fully permanent for Anand कहते ना जैसे अंत नहीं है वो आनंद है वाहिगुरु. So just if you're for example your son gets lost and you're so intensely you are feeling more painful. So when you get him, so माँ जिस तरह बच्चे माँ तो ज़्यादा होता है इसका टाइम माँ बच्चे ने एकदम छाती ना लगा लेंदी है. फिर थोड़ा जाता फिर छाती ना किथे गया तो गया फिर मैं कि I mean for so many hours and then he comes closer. फिर थोड़ी देर बाद अगले दिन आता फिर जाना खेलना मैंने क्यों तंग कर रहा है. So it's kind of temporary. I mean it will again come up and down, but वाहिगुरु दा जेड़ा आनंद है ओ so ओ दर्शन आस्ते असी तरसते आते but what our साडे जेड़े काम क्रोध लोभ मोह अहंकार they are interrupting us, so we ask for darshan there ओ आनंद देंदा. Then all these forces are so intense संसार दे we break from here again. So फिर असी दर्शन करने so that's the whole our purpose of life कि तुसी प्रेयर करते जाओ वाहिगुरु ने करते जाओ सवेरे इसी का नित्य बनाए ने अंदर बसा ले माने कि ultimate aim is कि 24 hours it is in your heart which so ओ दर्शन होया मतलब थोड़ा दर्शन होता फिर छूट जाता फिर दर्शन होता फिर छूट जाता so ओ आनंद.
Basically all our whole cause of inner turmoil is desires in any form. Desire, even ego is a desire, everything.
Totally. Ego is the worst one, yeah.
So underlying all that is bhawna, is the sense of I.
Desire. So duality. So the question is duality again. I think we keep there's a debate that this duality is causing us separation from God is causing all this problem. So darshan means I was thinking was you become one with God and that separation goes away, the duality disappears and you are in the ananda avastha.
Yeah.
So within each of us there is that divinity, but there's also the this wall of hormone that separates us and the desires that pull us in the other direction from outside.
See, this is where all our life's problems are. We are
Total.
just
Not just one life, several lives. We are going through all this.
forever actually. And we are just separated here.
So when we talk about meeting, we are meeting with ourselves and we are God. A part of that is divine. And there's also all this other stuff. And when we break through that and we get this unity, we are one with the universe. We feel that sense of oneness.
Yes.
So as God himself is, in a way, a part of himself. Is
You know, the interesting irony of human mind is that on one side we want to be with God, yet we are afraid of death. We say, Paramatma ne se changi de. You know, on one side we are this,
So we are asking one thing. वाहिगुरु ने मान लो आपकी चीजें सारी आ गई.
but I'm saying that human being होता है ना कि जब सेहत खराब होती है कहना रब please. On the other side you say तेरी life हैगी है. You know, so I think this, just telling myself, this seeking should be God, please give me wisdom to understand your true attributes. Instead of saying prolong my life and जो सेहत खराब होती है सबसे पहले वाहिगुरु याद कर दियो.
Well, it depends on the stage.
Yeah.
मस्किन जी जिस तरह they will ask कि जिस तरह मर्जी गुरु साहब को कितने तस्वीर दे रहे हैं जिस तरह मर्जी रखे तू ना कोई.
See, that was the difference
So
between us.
stage of
बिल्कुल
comes
ठीक.
कि तू जो कुछ करना कर ले मेरी body is body लेकिन तू मेरे अंदर ना रह.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
because this life is gone, then you go through all those 84.
Same गेड़े पैदा हुए.
गेड़े.
And people at that stage actually look forward to the next stage.
Yes.
कीर्तन 16 का अंदर संबंध साहा लिखे हमने कर पावन के देव सजन सीसड़ी अंदर बड़ा साहिब सुने.
So that was Sahib
Use that
Sumne.
blessing, I have to go meet with my beloved.
Sahib Sumne. Okay.
चलिए जी. So all of you said meet with me, merge with yourself.
ਪਾਣੀ ਅੰਨ ਨ ਪਾਵੇ ਮਰੀ ਗਏ
So it's continuing with the same theme as the last
Pain of
time.
separation. No? That's,
ਸੁਖ ਪਾਈਏ ਪਾਣੀ ਅੰਨ ਨ ਪਾਵੇ ਮਰੀ ਗਏ ਹਾਵੇ ਬਿਨ ਫਿਰ ਕਿਉਂ ਸੁਖ ਪਾਈਏ ਉਰੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਕਰੋ ਬੇਨੰਤੀ ਜੇ ਗੁਰ ਭਾਵੇ ਜੋ ਮਿਲੇ ਤਿਵੇਂ ਮਿਲਾਈਏ
Here's the answer. That's the answer.
ਉਰਿਆ ਕੇ ਕਰੋ ਬੇਨੰਤੀ ਜੇ ਗੁਰ ਪਾਵੇ ਜੋ ਮਿਲੇ ਤਿਵੇਂ ਮਿਲਾਈਏ ਜੋ ਮਿਲੇ ਤਿਵੇਂ ਮਿਲਾਈਏ ਮਿਲ ਮੇਰੇ ਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਮਾਜੀਓ
So we have to make all this effort, do all the things Guru tells us to do our parts and all these things. But ultimately it's up to the Guru. So we pray to him, please meet with yourself. It's his grace, Guru Prasad, Veda Paine Lelana. Guru Aaye Karo Binati, Je Guru Bhave, and it pleases the Guru himself. So the main thing is as we make all this effort, if we think we are making it, then the harmony comes in the middle. And then it doesn't work. So you have to do it in the sense that I'm praying to God and He's helping me do it. The Guru is doing it. You have to surrender yourself to the Guru because that's the only way you can overcome the Amen and achieve that union with God. So this is very important, is to always recognize that it's His blessing and He will do it when He wants to. We can keep praying, we can prepare ourselves. Then it's up to the Guru and up to God to have this meeting. You can never say, "Kaisi kita, we reached this far, we did this, so we must get it." It has to be done in a spirit of it's up to you. We can only try our best and then God himself is going to do it.
जिस तरह कहते हैं ना की करना चाहिए की करना है वाहिगुरु की करेगी शरण जाना मतलब कि शरण यू सरेंडर योरसेल्फ तो है कि की करना चाहिए कि अयुद्ध है करना कुछ नहीं करना है डोंट डू एनीथिंग एंड गो एंड So मैं किधर से आ जाना
ਉਹਦੇ
करना
ਚ
कि ये
ਉਹਦੇ
कुछ
ਚ
नहीं करना.
ਉਹਦੇ ਚ ਹੋਮੇ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਮੈਂ ਕੀ ਕਰ
So surrender yourself
What
and
you have to do is, as you said, not to get in there, not let your ego get in the way.
yeah.
And it's a question of preparing yourself.
Yeah.
And then you make your, it's like you are like a vessel or a pot. You have to turn it right side up. You put it out there and say, God, please fill it. You do have to make the effort. ऐसे करना पड़ता है. मुझ से तो पासे करना.
अरदास वो भी अरदास करोगे भी मतलब वो effort भी हो जाता है. So it's very tricky, you know. अरदास करो कि मुझे effort दो करने दी effort दो.
So this line is all about that surrender, about recognizing God and praying to Him and saying it's up to you. Don't do it. ये जो भाग्य जो है तेरा मिलाइए. नहीं मिलाना है, जिन्हें मिलाएगा उसका मिलना है. But we have to, get in that frame of mind where we are letting Him do it. Putting ourselves. Our origin is that anyway. It's a matter of getting back to the real form. It will happen. You are really divine. You are part of God, but you have to let it happen.
और रामानंद सिन्हा he used to say कि वो स्टेज से आ गया सी कि वो कहता सी कि मैं ही भगवान हूँ मैं मेरे में मैंने कि अपने आप में वैल्यू कहता सी. But he was not in ego. He was
Yeah.
in that stage that he could see and he could feel that it's me. I am God.
yeah
वो stage आना it's highest.
जो है ना कि हमें कोई जगह पे ऐसा ना सोहम that जगह पे see that I am तू करता तू मुझ में राम it's all you. राम कबीरा एक बनी है कोई नहीं सके.
अच्छा.
Nobody can see them as separate. And yet his whole thing is all humility, but in that he's also telling you that.
Who was Ramanand? Who was Kabir's Guru?
Yes, Parmanand.
Huh?
Parmanand,
Parmanand.
yes.
At that age.
That age.
Kavi sir.
That was the time, the Bhakti Kal. If you go by the Bhakti Kal, you will find all this. Sari Baba ji ne all this incorporate kitte हुए हैं.
Bhakti Yuj
Bhakti Yuj.
आप में लय सुख दाता आप मिले करवाए
अपने गाने से आ रहे हैं like needs is really coming into a song. You have to make your heart a home for Him.
लय सुख दाता आप मिले करवाए नानक का सदा सुहागन ना फिर मरे ना जाए नानक का मन सदा सुहागन ना फिर मरे ना जाए ना फिर मरे ना जाए मिल मेरे प्रीत माजियो
So again, God Himself is going to make us meet with Himself. And the process is, this is our heart to be like a temple for God, like a home for God. And God comes into our house. And He's again using the image here is of the wife and the husband coming home. And this talks about Subhagan. So my husband comes to his home, I'm with his wife. This is his home anyway. You prepare it for him, make it, you welcome him into his home. This is his home himself. Part of his home, welcome him to it. Prepare, serve him, surrender to him. And then the example of the Suhagan is in the Indian culture, the happily married wife is kind of the ultimate state, without that it's nothing. So without the Suhagan, but the normal Suhagan is only for a while. Husband can die, you get old, but the other Suhagan is forever. Each one of us, if we achieve that, then forever we have everlasting. I think when you were saying earlier, the joy is everlasting. It's anand. It's the ultimate merger, the ultimate marriage with God, because that husband never died. It's the eternal peace, the eternal family. Shabad is more about the experience of that darshan of being with God and in His presence. The joy of that love, of that presence. That's the surrender part, Guru Mandina. So Gol Ghumai, these are very Punjabi traditional ways of expressing love, appreciation of somebody. It's not so much sacrifice. The translation usually goes, I'm a sacrifice to you. It's more, I'm just totally overwhelmed by my love and appreciation for you. You're so wonderful. Gol Ghumai. Something more like that, right?
Yeah, I know.
Like, a woman will say that, see a real beautiful baby, say, Wali Jawan, how beautiful you are, how terrific you are. It's that kind of an expression. So he's expressing his joy, his total overwhelming love and joy at having that experience of seeing God. Gur Mandina, and I am surrendering my heart to you, my mind to you, or to the Guru. I think Guru is used here more for God in this sense here. So it can be that through the Guru I'm surrendering myself to the my following the Guru, but I think it's more talking about God himself. Guru Mandina. So Shabad Tumara Mera Mandina. Shabad here can be Gurbani, but it's also ultimately Shabad is Naam, is the word. It's kind of a vibration or experience, the divine word, which is part of the presence of God. At other times it is there, Anahad Shabad. It's like unstruck music that you hear when you have the experience of God's presence. So experiencing that word, the divine word, Mera Man Hina. It's totally enraptured. It's Hina is literally been soaked or wet or drenched in your love. So that divine word is resounding in me, and I'm just totally full of love for you. So I think what we're really saying here. Anybody any other thoughts on this and how you think we should express that? But these things are very hard to express, right? It's
basically experience.
Yeah.
कई लोग आते हैं लेकिन शून्य अवस्था आ जाती है ना, शून्य अवस्था is zero, nothing there. That's अवस्था. This is benign, but totally yes.
It's talking about total joy and experience of that. Yeah.
See, going back again to the word Son Shabad Tumara. So, Son Re Shabad no Tumara. So, I'm just saying the Shabad is, you said Shabad could be anything. Here it may be Naam.
At
So
the
is
first
it the
stage
divine?
is Gurbani or Vaigu, but the ultimate stage it's a word that's beyond human word. It's an experience, a kind of like divine vibration or music that's been described by mystics and by
Mystics,
people who are
yes.
attuned with God. And it's in all the faiths, when you look at some of the writings of the mystics, they all talk about singing and
For example, Sukhmani Sahib, yaar, home Shabad dilaya. Between Guru and Naam.
that is, yeah.
I'm saying the Shabad,
Yeah.
different context, कि home Shabad dilaya.
Yeah.
कि ਉਹਦੇ ਚ clear ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਰੱਬ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ home ਜਲਾ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਹੈ.
Yeah.
Or
There the
surrendering
Shabad
to
is,
God.
there the Shabad is either
I'm just trying to understand कि मैं शब्द ਦਾ ਅਰਥ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ, it can be, it is put, but essentially it is a Guru ji
It's from Gurbani
Simran.
to Rabdana to Anahad Shabad. These are the kind of three levels of that Shabad. The Gurbani is one level of Shabad as we get it in the Guru itself. Then there's the Vaigu and Naam. You get in tune with that, and whatever it is, Vaigu or Ram or Hari or whatever, that's another word. Shabad is used for that also.
some
Meditation on the Naam. Third level is Anahad Shabad. The Shabad which is not something we hear with these ears, but some deeper ears we hear some music, some experience.
See, for example, Guru Arjan Dev Ji ਵਾਸਤੇ you can say ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਹੈ, it could be ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਚਾਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਨੇ example ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ wisdom ਸੀ ਜਾਂ sermon ਸੀ, that could be ਸ਼ਬਦ for him, for example. ਲੇਕਿਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਦਾ meaning ਕੀ ਸੀ? oh Rabb is the non, and I'm just saying for him, between him and God, there's literally nobody as for, you know, we
When
understand.
he was talking to us, Shabad was what his Gurbani is. He was, yes, yeah, Turki Bani, Tasra Kari Dhyan mein lago. As the word of God came to him, he put it in Shabads and he presented it to
So
us.
wisdom
That was
coming from
Shabad.
God to him was Shabad, kind of like a Shabad which, you know, he was propelling or giving to us. But the Shabad for him was the divine, which you call divine signal or divine communication, something like that. I'm just,
I think we discussed that before, right? Shabad is the first utterance of the God. Om.
okay, ठीक है.
Om जड़ा हिंदी विच
Yeah.
Om बोलते ना सी एक ओंकार
Right.
वाहिगुरु
Right. Word,
उन्होंने एक
word,
कब्जे लगाता है.
word.
Om, first utterance of the God is word,
Word.
and that's Shabad.
Yeah.
Oh, it's more of vibration. So साड़ी जड़ी thoughts are vibrations. So oh साड़ी thoughts उसदे thoughts नाल जड़ी vibration wavelengths you know physics you can tell if it becomes same then you are synced into that. Oh Shabad है. Oh Shabad no different language which express करना सानू गुरबाणी विच गुरु साहब ने दे दिता है. ओ शब्द किसी नू मतलब उसकी भाषा तो कोई नहीं है, भाषा तो उसकी his language is love. उसनू किसी human being ordinary human being नू सानू गुरबाणी विच मिल गया, किसी नू भगवत गीता विच मिल गया, माने कि ओ शब्द असली चीज वो वाइब्रेशन है. फर्स्ट utterance of God is शब्द. और ऐसे गुरबाणी सानू गुरु ग्रंथ साहब की गुरबाणी
In fact,
You
you're
also
right.
look upon it as a force or a presence which underlies everything. Naam ke dhare khand which everything is
So see,
powered by that vibration. That's
ਤੁਸੀਂ
the
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ
force.
ਠੀਕ ਐਕਸਪ੍ਰੈਸ ਕੀਤਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਸਟੇਜ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਰਵ ਵਿਆਪੀ ਚੱਲ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਆਨੰਦ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਉਸ ਸਟੇਜ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ 3 ਸਟੇजेस ਦੱਸੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਵੀਰ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਸਹੀ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਨਾਲ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ ਪਹਿਲ
गुरबाणी जी आंदा ना कि एक ते आंदा है कि everything is powered by now. Actually, the underlying ultimately the energy, the force underlying everything is now. Is Shabad also.
Actually, what you are saying is correct. We had one seminar where, you know, we had a Jewish rabbi and they said even in Torah, the word Shabad, but over there also the first came word. The word.
God is
word, no, just word
The
itself,
Bible
word.
also, one of the kid section one of them says the beginning was a word and the
Word.
word was God.
I mean, you can go down to the very basic level, you know, just like physics, which now it has
Yeah.
quantum, and how much energy is there? Who is making that? I mean,
Yeah.
that's ultimately some big power, and that vibration is there. I mean, these small, minuscule particles, they are not without energy. That some vibration is going on there.
In which word, dhvani.
अभी ऐसे ही हमने ना गुरबाणी विच गावे तुम पानी का संकेत गावे the wind, the water, everything is singing. Everything is singing that word by itself. That's the underlying.
Then हर एक विच वाहिगुरु है तो वही वाहिगुरु एनर्जी है ना हर चीज विच है. DNA the कितने part amino acids is made out of the hydrogen and nitrogen and yeah basically उसनु भी नीचे I mean you can go to the
Oh, there's no thing like that. Subatomic
so
particle.
I mean that's who is doing I mean it's his
Yeah.
Another interesting statement in Nasa Diwali, Api ne aap sajo, Api ne racho naam.
That's exactly.
First he formed himself, then he formed Naam,
Yeah.
do hi kudrat sadi, and after that all of nature came after that. So underlying between God and nature is Naam, and between is something there.
और ये भी कई बार पसरे पसार. ये भी कई बार पसरे पसार.
So the Big Bang is not once, it happened over there.
Yeah,
Exactly the same.
No, I mean, and it's true, you know, I mean, when you go out and look for, when Guru Sahib Monayan, जड़े पुराने युग से can be science इतनी बढ़ गई, I mean, we are at the level that it was never like, no, it's not true. The whole universe was destroyed and जड़ा असलों कई उन माने कि we do laugh and our children laugh जड़ा what do you call that रामायण पढ़ो तो जानता नहीं what is that called तीर what
बाण
हाँ it went so far. What was it?
Agniban.
I mean, we laugh it, it's mythology. Not really. I mean, कई बार गुरु साहब ने mention किया है कि I mean, so science was advanced at that time and everything got destroyed and slowly developed again. So that's what many people believe, and I agree with that. I mean, we just say, okay, this they say Jesus was born from Virgin Mary. I mean, this is cloning can happen, so it was more advanced at that time. I mean, so God can do anything.
In same way, Hindi ਵਿੱਚ ਕਈ ਵਾਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਪਵਨ ਪੁੱਤਰ.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, we know only with this buddhi. I mean, उससे की खेड़ा ने हो ही जाता है.
हो सकता पवन पुत्र. हो सकता पवन पुत्र. जिस तरह in context of that.
I don't know. And it
Yeah,
doesn't
okay.
matter.
Let's go.
No, whether these things are science or not, it doesn't really matter. The essence is something.
Essence is different.
Yeah, essence.
So
I
you
mean,
don't know
basically,
that
we
God's
have a
essence.
very limited buddhi, and we try
we think
to
it's Shabad,
apply the
yeah,
Science
Shabad.
भी ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ,
And-
it's all discovering God anyway. Because
Exactly.
Science is about nature and nature comes from God.
Actually,
So
we-
anything science discovers is all divine anyway.
It's a discovery. You did not make it. I mean, मछली वो सारे समुद्र में किसी पकड़ ली था मतलब थोड़ी तुझे बनाई है. It was there, so you discovered all these quantums and so it
And
was
if you
there.
discover something that science that seems to be in contradiction with something you've read somewhere, it means, those are interpretations. Because a lot of what's in Gurbani or in the old scriptures is there to give a message. So you have to be careful not to take everything literally either.
Right.
They could be true, but could also be just an example to give you a message.
Yeah.
So it's not good to get hung up on those because you don't know whether they are telling you some facts or whether they are using it as a way to.
But it's
explain
not
it.
good also
So the
to
deeper point
contradict
is on
everything
that.
what is in Gurbani. I mean, if there are to
Well,
argue
the Gurus
about
were
it.
divine, so they knew everything, right? So they had the ultimate truth because they are one with God, but they are explaining it to people. So they're explaining it in the language of those days and the science of those days. So some of it may be telling you the truth, and some of it may be just explaining things based on what was at that time. So it can be either way. So you shouldn't get too hung up on
Yeah.
either side of it.
Yeah.
Because
Get
a
the
lot of
basic
them are
thing
just
out.
examples and the same things that people have been saying before that. Because if they didn't do that, people wouldn't understand. On the other hand, there are some deeper truths, like Guruji says, there are infinite universes, there are infinite lots of suns and moons, and other things that are discovered later on. So they did have that vision also. So it can be both ways.
So
I
does
don't
it
get too
say
much into
science
that
has
argument.
not found out everything? They will find out.
Well, anything science says today may be proved to be not quite later on.
Yeah.
Newton's laws are correct as far as they go, but then Einstein found something more. So if you get too much hung on science, that also something else may come later on. So you have to not spend too much time on those things, but focus on the Guru's key message, which is spiritual. So my attitude is focus on the spiritual side and let the people have these debates about other things. We don't know what the truth is on those things. And it may be true, it may not be. Nobody knows today, they may know in the future, but the ultimate truths are eternal. And those are spiritual truths. Those are
Because
eternal.
many times in the young generation, they I have seen so many teenagers, they are into by their parents, and as soon as they hit the Stanford, the faith goes. They don't go to church, they don't go to Gurdwara. So somehow message has to be given ki, science is not it made things. Science is discovery, not that you're making it.
But on that point, everybody goes through a phase also. So at a certain phase, they are not quite ready for it. But if the parents have faith and are following religion and doing that, you may think the kids are not following it, but if it is in their fate, then as they get to a certain age, they will get back to it. And as they get older, they start looking for things beyond what they have usually seen. So many of them will come back if that is in their the destiny chaya. The parents will कर देने वाला effect पड़ेगा even if it seems right now कि मतलब नहीं हो रहा but they'll do it on themselves. You can't force them. If you try to force feed them anything, then they will rebel and they'll go away.
I have a question on another little bit different subject. See, based on the human experience, what we have experienced, whatever ancestral experience, that two things have always caused problem with our, happiness and all that, desire and attachment, for example. two things, which is cause our daily life. People who have fought wars, it was their problem too. So my question is, when nature created or God created, is it hardwired that we are supposed to be attached and have desire? Are we hardwired for that or not? This is different question.
Within us there are both. There is the divine side and there is the attraction to Maya. It's not hardwired. Both things are there.
Just an open discussion, I just want to know that.
Actually, if you look at it from a total science point of view, even in terms of personality and other things, there used to be great debates. Is it due to genes only? Is it due to your environment as you're growing up? Or they used to think that childhood ho gaya, hamisha fixed hai. But now they're discovering this thing called plasticity of the brain.
Yes.
The brain is infinitely adaptable. It's
Yes.
never totally hardwired. In spite of your genes, in spite of your early experience, your personality will change based on what you do, how you think, the environment.
But the law of statistics, if you look statistically speaking, 99.9999% people have these traits, which is, the misery caused by attachment, desires, and, that. So I'm just saying that, is this something which is
Also,
comparable?
100% of the people also have within them somewhere some spark of divinity and some desire to find something also.
So it is
There are some
comparable.
natural instincts towards looking for spiritual happiness, towards doing good things to other people. Some ethical instincts are there in everyone also. That's why in every culture it comes up, right? Every culture has some form of honesty is good, some form of it's good to be charitable, some of these things.